that Minnesota is known for their bars. I didn't know that. It makes me want to go visit there now.
That's a perfect way to start.
I found out there's a lot of bars in Minnesota. But
great.
we also learned that the highest quality pork, which is what we're offering in this 20-count, 6-ounce premium pork ribeye steaks, the quality that you'll find in those luxury and really high-end restaurants is exactly the same as what we're presenting here. And just like I said at the beginning of the beginning of the show, there is a prime rib of beef, and it's a specific cut that has a different flavor profile and texture. There's a prime rib of pork as well, and that's the cut that we're looking at here. This is just now back in stock. We sold hundreds of these, and this has over 100 5-star reviews alone from Rastelli's, our #1 food brand here at QVC, with Customer Choice Awards out the wazoo, really. We gave you a look at this at the beginning of the show. There are now 400 remaining, and that's it. So we're gonna have to talk fast. I'm sorry, Chris Menser. I am spending too much time talking.
No,
we
it's
really
so
should
good to see
be
you.
cutting and eating. It's so good to have you here with us. Chris is a professionally trained chef. He works with the family of Rastelli's to bring to us the best cuts of meat, and this is definitely one of them.
And this is, and you just mentioned, it's a premium prime rib of pork, and we always bring our Black Angus ribeye, which is so tender and delicious. And this is the same thing in the pork. We bring it from local farms, from right in our backyard in Amish country in Pennsylvania, and it comes from a high-grade, beautiful pork that gives a ton of marbling, and that's what makes this so special. So when you look at this, and you look at this juice, this is not something that we're actually adding to this.
It's not injected.
It's not injected. This is from all that beautiful marbling, and what that does, it gives incredible flavor. There's no seasoning on that
oh my
either,
gosh.
Shane.
That is
and
delicious.
if you look at this, you can go right. You don't even need a knife for this product. Look, you can go right through this. It's like
so
butter.
tender.
It is just so tender.
Now, have you ever had the pork chop that was like the sole of somebody's shoe? I mean, honestly, pork can be so tender, so
Tough.
really
Yeah,
tough,
it's tough and leathery.
so quickly when you prepare it. This starts its life and ends its life. Tender, moist, and delicious, and there's so much you can do with it. So
and
you get all of this, and we do offer auto delivery. We'll ship every 90 days for 1 full year, so you can lock into the same price and get it home at every 90 days. Okay, so what we're looking at here.
Yeah, and I think this is really important to show you. So when we get to the butcher shop, right? This is what it's coming with all the bone, like a prime rib would be, a beef with all the bone. We take all the fat, all the bone out. We remove it completely, and this is what you're looking at. We do not age this. So this is actually a fresh product, right? So we cut it and freeze it only one time. It's not frozen or whatever. But if you look in here, do you see all that marbling?
Yeah,
that is what's making it premium. That's where all that flavor and juiciness is. And when you don't see this at a supermarket. They don't offer these steaks actually at a supermarket. So that's what makes them so special. And what we do from there, Jane, we take it from here and we put them in this vacuum sealed pack. And why is that so important? Because we want to make sure this is nice and safe, fresh. It'll stay in your freezer for 12 months. It keeps all the bacteria out and all the freshness in.
Well, we're looking at, what, less than 3 weeks now before Christmas and Hanukkah. Can you imagine this being on maybe your table for Christmas Eve? Or this being what you serve Christmas Day? Love that.
Look at this one.
Oh my gosh.
Now this is 1 6-ounce
Okay.
pork. What we did is we gently pounded it, flour, egg, and breadcrumb. And look how big that is.
That's huge.
That's huge. This will feed 2 people easily. And
Easily.
with that brown gravy.
Oh my goodness, for sure. You got to put a little gravy in the potato well as well, and then just enjoy.
Absolutely.
And the flavor of these, Chris, is so good. Like you said, you didn't add any additional flavors to this.
We didn't have anything to
When this comes to you in that packet, it is ready to go. Now, do we want to defrost these before we prepare
We
them?
do. We want to take them out the night before, or if you're like me, you're gonna have to take it to dinner.
Right.
Yeah, I put it in a bowl of water, and then about 30 minutes they're gonna be thawed out perfectly. And here's our kebabs, right, which are absolutely beautiful. You can do teriyaki or you can do a little barbecue. But what about the classic? Look at this pork parmesan.
Oh my gosh.
Look at the size of that. And this, again, this is 1 6-ounce. Look how beautiful that is.
Well, Mary Beth Rowe has these in her freezer all the time. She talks about that.
We're on
at $5.50 per entree. I mean, you can't beat that. You can take out 2 at a time.
Yeah, that's what we do because it's just Mark and me.
Right.
And then, like, if it's football day and the boys come over, then we'll take out more. But I got to tell you, we take these out, we'll let them thaw for a while, but then we put them right on the grill. And I'm telling you, they
So good.
are the most tender, the juiciest pork chops
Right.
you've ever had. And I'm from the Midwest. In fact, my husband came from a hog farm. I mean, so we know good pork.
Oh, good.
And this is
You
amazing.
got bars in Minnesota and fresh pork in Minnesota. I mean,
You
I
gotta
might
believe
need
it.
to relocate.
We got no,
The
that
good
is
thing
so
is-
tender and so flavorful.
Oh my, it's so good. No matter where you live, we can ship them to you. But we're down to our final 200. Is that what you
Amazing.
said? 200, Jonathan?
Get them
Is
soon.
that what you said? 250 remaining. And that's it. These come to us from our Customer Choice Award-winning Rastelli Meats. And again, they do an amazing job of making your meals like literally like you're going to a 5-star restaurant, because that's who they supply to is a 5-star restaurant
is.
chains. Well,
really
it is
is.
absolutely delicious. Now, I do have some good news. Although this is just about on its way to sell out, we've got Chris coming back with something brand new.